You are tuned to ARP on the Accelerated Radio Network. It's 12 noon, and it's time to have lunch. Lunch with the Finance Bunch. Lunch with the Finance Bunch. Lunch with the Finance Bunch. Bringing money talk you can understand. And now here's your host, Miss Charlene.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Miss Charlene, and you're having lunch with the Finance Bunch. We're excited today. We have in our studio audience the wonderful cast of Sassy Mamas, and we also have the musical director, and let's not leave out the producers of this beautiful play, Miss Vanessa Paul and her handsome husband, Mr. Alex Morris.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, we have a beautiful crew here today.
Thank you.
Yes.
Miss Beautiful Vanessa, how are you today?
I'm wonderful.
That's
Thank you
good.
so
That's
much.
good. You are the producers. You and your husband are the producers of Sassy Mamas.
Yes.
And what is the concept behind Sassy Mamas?
Well, Sassy Mamas is a play about women of a certain age and a certain means who decide to flip the script and begin to experience or experiment with dating younger men.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
That
right
is
in your
an exciting
wheelhouse.
show.
That sounds exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've seen the play more than once, and it is wonderful. And I laughed and cried and laughed. And, you know, the thing I loved about the play the most is that it had very, very many dimensions.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
it was three women, and their different personalities. Their personalities were completely different from one another. And that's, I think, you had so many dimensions and personalities in it. I loved it. And three different storylines. It's so great.
Right.
So I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm excited, as
know.
you can tell.
And it's funny because you are not the only one who's seen it like 2 or 3 times. It's becoming, I'd say, a third of our audience. They've already seen it 2 and 3 times and come back with groups of people.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
that's what happens. You come back, you come the first time, maybe with 1 or 2 people, and then you enjoy it so much you want to bring back all your friends.
Right,
And then
right.
their friends tell their friends, and right?
So
Right.
on and
And
so
so
on.
on.
and so on. So, Sparkling Entertainment.
Yep. Sparkling City Entertainment.
Sparkling City Entertainment.
Yes.
And how long have you guys been in business?
We have been, it's about 10 years now.
10
About
years?
10
Is
years.
that long?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, we've been producing theater. We did some August Wilson back in the day. We did Piano Lesson, Jitney, and Camp Logan, which is another Celeste Bedford Walker play.
Yes. Now, Celeste Bedford Walker is the writer of Sassy Mamas.
Sassy Mamas.
Sassy Mamas.
yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And also Camp Logan,
And
which
Camp
is
Logan.
we did twice, a couple years ago.
Okay. Now, the first time I saw it, she was in the audience.
Yeah.
Yes. And so for you as producers, you know, how do you choose a play? How do you choose what you want to do? How do you know what the audience wants to see? How do you choose that?
Well, for I'll do the first part, and my husband will take over the second part. But I personally wanted to do Sassy Mamas because the last 3 or 4 plays we had done was so full of men. It was just like men heavy, right?
Okay.
So I said we want to do something with a few actresses because we've got so many friends who are such talented actors and actresses. So we wanted to do something with the women.
Okay.
And
You
she's
know?
absolutely right. That was the whole,
Yeah.
one of the biggest reasons that we did it. And Elaine and I go back many years. We knew each other back in Houston before we both moved out here. So we've known each other for a long time. Right. So we really wanted to find something that, like Vanessa was saying, that we could cast and use our friends in. And like
Especially
her.
the females.
See,
Especially the
that was
females.
one of the questions I was going to ask you. Like, how do you choose the actors, the actresses? How do you choose who's going to be in the play? Like, do you have someone in mind, or do you have the character in mind, and then you match it with? How does that happen?
Yeah, we had auditions for this. One of the cast members was already pre-cast before we got going, and for the rest of the roles, we auditioned people. And again, there were mostly people that we knew, actresses that we knew. Vanessa and I have been doing this kind of thing for a long time, a lot
That's
longer
true,
than you care
because
to admit.
you're a your film and television actors also.
Right.
So we knew some people, and we had auditions, and that's probably the hardest part of it, because so many of your friends come in and audition, and they expect
and they
for you
really
to
want the job, and they really want to work with you.
Yes.
Right.
It's
And
really tough.
It really is. But
that just means you guys have to do more plays more often.
And we are going
Yeah.
to. I have a 5-picture feature film deal that I'm getting ready to start working on, starting with hopefully this Sassy Mamas film. But as far as casting, because we've been in the business a long time, we're fans of certain actors that we know we want to work with. We just know that when the time comes up, we really want to cast that particular actor in that particular project.
That's wonderful. Now, we have this beautiful young lady here with us, Elaine Taylor. You play Mary in Sassy Mamas. And what is your character like? Because I loved her. I loved her.
And I love her, too. She's one of the more interesting and enjoyable characters I've ever played.
Okay.
Number one, is the first real full-out comedy I have ever done. So this was quite an opportunity for me to tackle Mary. And I love Mary. I think of the three women, she's the one I think I guess we embrace her as a woman who's really growing and developing. Sometimes she really doesn't know her own mind, but she comes to know who she really is as the play progresses.
And she does so gracefully.
And she
Yes, she does.
So gracefully.
until she starts drinking, it all kind of goes away.
And starts looking for Colby.
Exactly. She may not know who she is at the beginning of the play, but by the end of the play, she has found out, and she's moving ahead with her life in a really wonderful way.
Absolutely.
And I think that's one of the great things about this play. Very rarely, if ever, do we see three strong African American women
That's true.
portrayed like this on stage.
Right.
I mean, we're now getting to the place where we see them more on television and in film,
Yes.
but presented live on stage, where women are of this age and of this means. They're not poor.
And they're vibrant.
Exactly.
And,
When do we
Right.
get to
Full
see
of
that?
life.
And
that's what's so
interesting, yes.
That's what's so
Right.
exciting about it.
Right,
Yes.
right. And they're not afraid to express who they are. And I think so many of the women, and men too, that come to see the show are inspired by these women. I think one of the things that made turn us on about the play was that, for me especially, it was inspirational to see these women in this kind of situation. And our play is not tawdry, it's not,
No, it's not.
It's sexy, but it's fun.
It's
And
fun.
you
It's
can
fun
bring
and it's
church people.
smart.
Smart.
Very
exactly.
smart.
It's a delightful romantic comedy.
It really
That's kind of
is.
sexy.
Yes, that sums it up in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And we also have with us today Eric Butler, and he's the composer of all the music in, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And so, musicians and writers have always fascinated me because I don't have that type of talent, and it's amazing. How do you read the score? I mean, how do you come up with the music for a play?
Yeah, tell us that, Eric.
It varies, but the process is usually pretty much the same for me.
Okay.
I like to read a script. I read the script, and as I'm reading the script, and I'll read through. Sometimes even on the first read, I may start making notes, jotting notes in the script next to certain characters or scenes, because I'm hearing music all the time.
Okay.
It's always something running, a melody or something running through my head. I can't shut it off.
That's
Maybe I don't want to.
That's interesting.
For you.
So as I'm reading, like even in this case, there's the prologue. There was a flavor there of this character, of Wilhelmina, and then Mary had another rhythm, cadence, in the words, and then Joe Billy had a different cadence.
Right.
So each one had a different cadence. So I was hearing a different rhythm and a different melody for each one of them. So I would start jotting down little notes next to that, and then go back to it and tweak it later.
Wow.
And then discuss it with the director, the producers. What do you think about this? This is what I have in mind. and go from there.
Wow. Now, it takes a lot to bring a play together. I mean, it looks seamless once, the audience comes in and they see the play, and, we're laughing and clapping and cheering and crying. And I'm telling you, my face was hurting when I left there. It was so funny to me.
It's funny.
It's
a funny
hilarious. And so, and so for us, it's seamless. We come in, we, pay for our tickets, and we come in and we sit down and we enjoy the evening, and we go home, or we go to dinner, or we go out for drinks or whatever. But for you in the background, rehearsals and, making sure everyone's where they should be and all that.
Yes.
There's a lot that goes into
Oh, my Lord.
Producing is a 24-hour-a-day job. Believe me. You
Right.
never stop thinking about it. You never stop thinking about the process. You never stop thinking about what you need. You never stop thinking about what the actors need. Or it's like taking care of a child.
And you're always trying you try to figure out what your mistakes are before you make them. You try to anticipate what could happen here or how this could happen there. And you're dealing with so many very alpha personalities, too. The actors are very alpha people, and the crew that you work with is like that, too. So you try to find a medium between all of them to keep the process going. It is a challenge.
I bet.
It is a challenge, but
when you're a good producer like
That's what I was
Parkland
gonna
City
say.
Entertainment and Alex, and
thank
it
you.
makes it so much smoother.
Thank you, and
to balance
it's
those two
also
departments.
great to be a team, a husband and wife team, because where he's better at dealing with some things, and so I let him handle what he handles, and then vice versa. I'm better at certain things, and so we kind of like to we should stay in our own lanes,
Right.
And then,
Please record that one. That part right there is something I want to hold on to for later.
I'll help you remember.
Thank you. Thank you, Elaine.
What are they trying to say, Miss Beautiful Vanessa? I'll be on your side.
maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm getting out of my lane. I don't
She's
know.
a great producer.
She's
we enjoy working with her.
And he's very good with dealing with people, and I'm dealing with making sure things happen the way they should happen. And he's also really good with the getting the show up and going on its feet. I don't really deal with that part of the producing, the actual working with the actors and all that. That's his expertise. He's really good at that.
So what's
And
the
I'm
job
more the
description?
business.
What's the job description for producer? I hear the word producer. What does that actually mean in the business?
Well, in my mind, because you can ask 5 producers and they'll say
5 different things.
say it in a different way, because it's a personal thing to them. But for me, I like producing because I like taking an idea or concept and putting it all together, all the components, putting them all together and coming up with one production, something that actually works. I like bringing it to life and just seeing it come into fruition. I love that. I love the process.
Okay. And then Alex, for you?
I have been an actor so long that I can't remember a time when I wasn't an actor. That's how long I've been at it. I haven't, I don't make Entertainment Tonight dollars, but I really love what I do, and I really love the theater. And I think it is so important that we continue to cultivate that art. It's almost a forgotten art. There are so many things today conspiring to put the small theater as we know it here in LA out of business, or to make it impossible for producers like us to continue to produce. My joy comes from working with Elaine and Iona and Denise and Derek and Ja and Kareem and Eric. That's where I get the joy, and to see them work it, because there's no money in this theater game.
Now being a financial person, that's the aspect of it that I look at it from first, right?
Right.
And so with this show, what I try to do is encourage people to, work their passion,
Right.
because when you love something, you work at it, you'll get that self-satisfaction, and you might make some money in the meantime.
Exactly.
Right.
So having a passion for the theater, being, a native New Yorker, and going to see the small plays in the theaters and then the big plays and all that, for me, it's exciting when I go and see a play and it's, that small theater, because it's more personal.
Yes.
People are closer. You feel like you can touch them almost. almost.
That intimate
that
theater.
intimate
And
theater.
as an actress here in Los Angeles, it's very rare that I would get the opportunity on film and TV to do a character like Mary, which is why I
Yes.
love the theater, because it gives me a chance to do a wonderful role like this. And it just makes me a better actress for when I do go out there and audition for films or television. It's just a wonderful thing to be able to find a role, do it in front of people, and grow as an artist.
Right, and then it serves as a showcase for her as an actor.
That's true,
because
too.
she can invite her casting people, directors, and other producers of other
Agents,
shows,
exactly.
agents, to see her perform in a way or in a role that maybe she wouldn't ordinarily get
That's
in
true.
TV or film.
Because you said this was your first
Comedy. Yes.
Right, and you
Yes.
do such a wonderful job.
Yes, she
Thank
does.
You know, she makes it seem, so easy when I know it's not, because, getting the audience to laugh and to buy into your character
Yes.
and make her, because she's bigger than life.
She is.
But
And they
with a
all are.
gentleness, so.
Yeah, and I try not to think about it, because you try to think about trying to make an audience laugh,
And then
gonna
you'll fall
fa-
flat on your
Exactly.
face, right.
So you just go out there and have fun with it,
Yeah.
Yes.
and relate to your other actors, and that's all. That's basically what we do.
And watching Elaine do it, I'm telling you, I've known her for a long time, and to see her come out of I mean, she's a serious dramatic actress. I mean, I've seen her do roles in Fences. When we were living back in Houston, and she was an actress in Houston, I was just a baby then. You both were babies. We both were right.
both
She was
were
a,
babies.
she was very.
I was
right.
more of a baby.
That's right.
She, and she when she left Houston to pursue it out here in L.A. I mean, we all just. We were always so in awe of her, because she was just that good. And so not to have her in our play doing this kind of role, oh man,
It's so exciting.
God is so good to me. I can't even begin to go there.
And did we mention that Celeste Walker is also from Houston?
From Houston, yes.
Oh, wow.
Right. That's
Yeah.
part of how we got together, because I knew her from my days in Houston.
And I think
it's a
Elaine
family
did her.
affair.
Elaine, wasn't it your first job or something
First
that you
show
did?
I ever did, Celeste Walker wrote.
Right.
Wow.
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 So
In
she's come
Texas.
back.
She's
So I've
come
come
back.
full circle back with this one.
Wow.
That first one was a hit, and this one is
That's a
also a hit.
Amazing.
Yes.
Now, as the composer of this, you're kind of like a director too, because you direct the emotions in some aspects of it. Like on film, the music can
Yes.
set the mood, I should say.
And he is
So-
quite a director.
Yes. And so, how do you decide to set the pace of the music? How does that line up with matching the characters that are in the play?
Again, I have to always defer to the script,
Okay.
because the script and the intent and the intent of the director.
Okay.
So the script initially, because sometimes you'll have a script and a director might not even be attached yet, and so I'll compile the ideas, and then I run it by the director. Our director, Iona Morris, did a wonderful job, and she's
Yes.
also in it, who I've known for many years, and this is actually our first chance to get to work together in this capacity.
Okay.
I've conducted shows that she's been assistant director on and stuff, but this not as a composer. So between the two of us, I brought her some of the emotional, the arc that I wanted to create with the music, and she would listen, and we'd kick around some ideas and make some changes, tweaks, Production-wise, in this production, because of availability schedule, you're talking about hard work and the love
Yes.
of the work.
Right.
I mean, we had one day, tech day, because of availability or lack of availability of personnel. We went from 12 noon to 4 o'clock in the
In the
morning.
morning.
Wow.
Literally, God put the lights out at 4 o'clock. Said, y'all got to go home.
Right.
The lights in the theater were
Went
too
out.
hot. They just stopped.
They just stopped.
Wow,
stopped.
but that shows your dedication and
Oh.
the passion for what you do. That's
Well, you have to have
amazing.
that in theater. You have
Right.
to have passion and dedication.
Absolutely.
Two great words.
And dedication. I
Right,
like both
for
of those
theater,
words.
yes.
Because the audience can feel it.
Yes, and we're very blessed, like I said, to be able to do it in the small theater, where I think you get the best of both worlds. You get the smallness of working on film and television, but yet the expanse of doing it on a stage. So for the audience and for the actors, they get the best of both worlds. I love the small theater.
Yes.
If I could just do that all the time, I would be a very happy guy.
I want to go back if I can and just add something, some words. I'm just a big fan of Eric Butler, and I just want to say this man is just amazing. He's and just to give you a little bit of background, he's very modest, but he has worked with some of the best people in the industry, music wise. He's you name it. He's worked with them. So I just had to add that, and his music it's another character.
It is
really,
and that's what I was trying to say.
It has
like
mood, it has emotion,
right.
It has personality.
Exactly.
I didn't know a lot about music before, but after working with Eric, I've learned a lot. I've become very, very appreciative of the sound design.
Yes, and I'm glad you brought that up because that was the point I was trying to make, that the music evokes emotion. It's well placed. It just fits so well and woven into the play itself.
Thank you. In this show, it's odd. This is probably the first show that I've done where the music has had such a wide arc in terms of genres. There's hip hop. There's jazz. There's flamenco. Mm-hmm. There's little East Indian. There's African village type feel of music. So
and it's just wonderful.
And it all works.
And it all blends and works together.
Because you have the diversity.
Oh, like right now.
Right now.
You called it the music.
He's bringing it out right now. There's the drum section.
Right. Exactly. Between the three ladies and the guys, their varied lives and lifestyles, they have their eclectic taste of music that they like.
Yes.
So there's something there to represent them and something there to represent them as a collective.
I want everyone to see this play. So
do we.
I want everyone to see this play. So could you please tell us where can we see the play at? When is it running? Vanessa, let's have that from you.
The play is running right now at a theater called Theater.
Yes.
At 5041 Pico Boulevard, and that's between Redondo Boulevard and La Brea Avenue. Okay. Right across the street from Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, and we all know where that is.
Oh, absolutely.
Right on Pico Boulevard. And it runs Fridays and Saturdays at 8 o'clock, on Sundays at 2 p.m. matinee. Okay. And the shows do sell out, so it's very, very popular. So if you want to see the show, make sure you get tickets and you go to www.sassymamas.brownpapertickets.com. Or you can call for group tickets, group rates, 323-571-3232.
Love it. And everyone should see this play, I'm telling you. And that's the other thing, it's not risque to the point that, you can't take younger people,
exactly.
And, the church folks can go too.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
it's a play made for everyone's entertainment.
Exactly.
It should be a feature film. It could be a weekly series, all of that, because it has enough, substance that you could just take this any and everywhere, in my opinion.
Yes. And one of the things that we love that for me is really touching is the way that people leave the theater. People are in such a great mood, and they are just walking out of the theater laughing, and they're just joy filled, and they just can't wait to tell us how wonderful of a time they had.
Well, it's very encouraging for women of a certain age too.
We haven't reached that certain age.
Eric, you were going to say something?
Yeah, we have had patrons come back 3 and 4 times, men and women.
Yes.
I'm not surprised because it's that good.
See the show.
Absolutely. I know I have to get a group of my girlfriends together and come back and see it again.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Groups always comment that they're so happy that they chose that outing. I mean, that particular play as their group outing.
Exactly, because it's something you can talk about afterwards, Go to dinner, go see the play, you'll enjoy it. We laughed and talked about it all the way home in the car. It was just amazing. And you don't always get that when you go to the theater. You don't.
No.
So it's refreshing.
Right. Unfortunately, our director couldn't be here. It's Iona Mars, and she did a fabulous, fabulous job directing this piece. And we couldn't have asked for a better director, and she's also an actress in the play. She plays Joe Billy.
Joe Billy.
Yeah,
she's quite interesting.
She's quite a
too.
spitfire.
Yes,
and then,
she is.
Then we have Denise Dowes playing Wilhelmina, and Derek Shawn plays Wes, and Kareem Grimes plays Kobe.
And Ja.
And Ja. Oh, Ja. Oh, my goodness. Ja is LaDante. Tay-Tay. Tay-Tay.
And you picked the guys you picked, and their characters are wonderful.
Yes,
they're
so
wonderful.
just all the way around, this is a play everyone needs to see. It's something
Yes.
that you won't forget, and every time it comes back, you'll want to see it again.
That's right.
Absolutely.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're having lunch with the Finance Bunch. This is Miss Charlene, and we're talking to Sparkling City Entertainment, and we're talking about sassy mamas. Someone called it
Yes.
sexy mamas, and I said yes, definitely.
I said sexy, sassy mama.
Sexy, sassy mamas.
So
Yes.
sexy. Hey,
at
where's
first-
the music?
Yeah, at first when I heard the name Sassy Mamas, I went, do I really want to be in a play that's called Sassy Mamas? I don't know. We were thinking about trying to change the name, but now that we've done the play for these couple of years, I can't think of a better name.
It
I know.
works.
For
We
the
love
show.
it.
It's the perfect
Yes.
name
Sassy
because
Mamas.
it describes the mood. It sets the mood
does.
and the tone for it. Because you're
Totally.
wondering, like, sassy mamas, what's that about?
What is it going to be about?
Yes. And I like that you chose 3 professional women, women who were in their own right successful.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And, so I love the characters because, you can identify
Yes.
with
Right.
the characters, and that, and in this age, with all the different types of dating, to consider
Right.
younger men, it's like, that's
Right.
an idea.
Right. They kept their options open.
They kept their options open.
Right. 3 very
Absolutely.
successful women who could have anything they want,
Right.
and they can buy whatever they want. They don't have a need for anything. They
Right.
just want to be loved.
Exactly.
And women come up after the show and talk to me and the other cast members, and their eyes are just bright. They say, "Oh, you've given me courage. I might try
I
that.
might just try that.
Right.
Really?
You want to say, don't try this at home.
You can start a movement.
Exactly. Why not?
The Sassy Mamas
Sassy
movement.
mama movement. That's right.
Where does that put us, Eric?
This is great.
There's always older women.
Hey, I like it. No problem with it. I married a woman of particular strength and substance.
And it's working.
and it's
And it's
working.
working. All right.
Now, how long did it take you guys to put this project together? Like the play, the
Oh, dear Lord.
actors, how long? It's like, woo, labor.
Oh dear Lord! When did Iona start? We even though we did it last year, we did it last year, and when we decided that we were going to do it again this year, and we announced when we were going to do it, we started working. I would say in October.
It's about a 6-month.
We started
Preparation.
in October.
Around
About 6
October.
months.
October, yeah, we
Before
started to.
Thanksgiving.
They went back into rehearsal, and then the hard work is pulling together. We have a terrific crew. Sammy Wayne is our light designer.
Yeah.
Beautiful job.
Terrific job. Terrific job. Milet Nora is our costume designer, and for the ladies that have seen the play, the costumes are off
Yes,
Another
the
character as well.
The
Yeah.
costumes are so great. Even the men comment on the
Right.
costumes.
Yes, the
Right.
costumes
They
are
love
It's like a
hot.
fashion show.
It really
I mean,
is.
it really is. And then our hair girl is Gayla Belay Iyamu, and she does a wonderful job with hair and makeup.
Couldn't do
and-
without her.
Couldn't do it.
Oh my goodness, we have such
we
a
have the
great
best crew.
team.
We'd have the best crew in small theater. I'm telling
Yes.
you, Miss Cheryl Harvey is our lady backstage who takes care of everything.
The wardrobe,
and, takes care of the
dresser.
wardrobe and the actresses. And so, like you were asking, we started in October, and we would have intermittent rehearsals. And then, as we get closer to the date, then the things start to get a little bit more hectic. And we would rehearse at our house. We would rehearse at Elaine's house. We would rehearse at Iona's house. We rehearsed everywhere.
Yeah, because it's not that easy to find rehearsal space that's
right.
available when you need it to be available.
Exactly.
So you use what you can.
Right, and because you guys are not only you guys are working actors.
Yeah.
So you have auditions and other things going on in your life too, right?
Right. Iona's working on Blackish. Denise had a TV series that's now running, and
Secrets and Lies.
Secrets and
Oh
Lies,
yeah,
right,
Secrets and Lies.
And Elaine goes out every day for auditions, and the guys do too. I mean, really.
Right.
I mean, we are
We're
very
talented.
blessed to-
We have talented actors
Exactly.
who work
Exactly.
in every medium.
Exactly. So that makes even our play even better because we have that quality,
of people
working with us.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, how long does the play run? How long is it running? You know, when is the last
9
day?
more shows.
Yeah, 9 more
performances.
shows.
We end March 29th.
Wow, it just seems like so
gotta-
few left.
It does.
Yes, it does.
I'm starting to develop
March
anxiety here. I
29th.
got to get back in to see it again
I
with
know.
my
Right.
friends.
The last day you can see Sassy Mamas is Sunday, March 29th at 2 o'clock in the
Okay.
afternoon. And
Okay,
that will
so-
be a sold out show for sure.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
It's practically sold out now.
I bet, because that's when the big party happens.
That's
Right.
the big closing
That's
night.
the big closing night.
Right.
So we have March 13th, 14th, and 15th, the 20th, 21st, and 22nd.
Second, and then the,
And then
the final
27th,
weekend is
28th, and 29th.
Right.
That's
Right.
it.
And then that's it.
And that's it. So you guys better get in there and get your tickets for Sassy Mamas. You don't want to miss it.
Right. Go
It's
to
a wonderful
sassymamas.brownpapertickets.com.
That's right. And if they want group, what's the phone number?
They need to call 323
Mm-hmm.
571 3232.
Sparkling City
Sparkling City Entertainment.
And so, do you at Sparkling? What other genres do you do? Do you do all plays? Is your focus primarily plays, or do you do?
No, we've done
film
feature
and-
films. We've done feature films, and we're currently working on some web series.
Oh, that should be
Yeah.
interesting too.
Yeah, we got our fingers in a lot of bowls. The idea is to continue to grow, but for me, my passion is the theater.
Is the theater.
And,
Right.
Vanessa's more of a film and television type of person, but I really
He loves the theater.
I do,
Okay.
and so that's
See
great.
what I'm
It
saying?
makes
It's
it
a great
really-
balance.
That's
Yeah,
what
it
I
makes
was
it
going to
really
great
say. You
balance.
guys are not only a wonderful couple, but you're a great balance.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
you can get it all done.
Exactly. She tells me what to do.
And you do it. Perfect.
Yeah, prior to this, I worked with, you probably heard of the company called Propaganda Films.
Yes.
I worked with Propaganda for a few years where we did production coordinating and casting for some of their music videos, Fleetwood Mac, Michael Jackson, Natalie Cole, and who else?
Fleetwood Mac surprised me. When you do that.
So we did, yeah. So that's kind of when I got bitten by the producing bug.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So-
you guys are doing a wonderful job. I
Thank
mean,
you.
a wonderful job. And what I have to say this on air is that it is so refreshing to see, people of color who are producing their own, because it gets really,
Yes.
it's so competitive and it's like hard out there. So to be able to do this
Yes.
is just wonderful, and then support the cast and everyone in it by letting you show your gifts and talents is just amazing to me. I love it.
And can I mention that we've gotten really good support from two other, Jeff Murray and Nicolette Chappie, who run Theater. This is their 34th and final season at Theater. And then we've also had great support from Juvie Productions, which is my longtime friend Julius Tenna and his wife Viola Davis. And they have been very, very important in the progression of not only Sparkling City, but of Sassy Mamas.
Right.
That's great.
Yeah,
Sassy
so we've had
Mamas.
good support.
You're listening to Miss Charlene, Lunch with the Finance Bunch, and we have the cast, the musical director and composer, and the producers of Sassy Mamas.
Sassy Mama.
Sassy Mamas in the
So
house.
sassy. I'm singing his music. Why don't you sing that music for us, Eric?
Exactly. Should have brought the soundtrack.
Yeah, Eric, you have it.
Yeah,
I'm sure you
true.
got it on your iPod right there.
And is the music available? Like, if I love it so much, can I buy it?
Not yet. It's
Probably
working
about
on it.
10 seconds of it.
That's great, though. You should really make it into a soundtrack because it's great music.
really great.
It really is great music. Yes. So,
I agree.
So another question.
Yes.
Okay, so when you're in the midst of doing a play, do you have to continue to rehearse, or do you guys just show up for work like everybody else? Just kind of, you know what night you have to be there, and then you just show up and do your thing? And is it like that, or do you have to keep...
Well, there are a lot of productions that do have like what do you call it, touch-up rehearsals?
Yeah, pickup rehearsals.
Pickup rehearsals,
rehearsals.
but we don't
Yeah.
because we're so busy in our everyday lives. We don't really have time to come in and do
That's
another rehearsal.
amazing.
Yes, and
So-
normally once the show opens, then
the show is
go
the
on.
rehearsal. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, so I make sure I do my homework. I don't jump up there without having looked at my script.
Okay.
And I'm sure the other girls are the same. So we do the study during the week before, maybe that Thursday or Wednesday, whatever, before Friday night, and we just hit the ground running.
Right.
And we've done it for so long now. I feel like Mary is just in my cells now. She's part of me. She's in my
She
body.
is, because I see Mary in you. I do.
I guess that's good. That's
That
good
is
how y'all-
very
that's
good.
Okay.
Yes, I
Yes.
do. Mary is, yes.
And we continue to work on things so it doesn't get stale. We're not doing the
Right.
same performance or trying to do the same performance every night. We're always discovering something new. And we're trying to stay in the moment with the performance so that, the audience gets what's happening between the characters in the moment. And that's always exciting.
Yeah, they don't have a rust night. I mean, like Friday, you would think, okay, we're going to be a little rusty because they've been off from it for 4 days, but no, they jump right into it. And,
They come out swinging.
It is
Definitely
so
do.
just so satisfying to watch these experienced pros do their thing.
Exactly.
And to have them do it in the way that they do it, it's so gratifying.
And
I
for
learned
those
so much.
right, and for those out there who are interested in acting and getting into the business, this is a great show
That
to
was my
watch.
next question.
It's like an acting class. It's like a master class in acting, really.
It really
to
is.
watch these three ladies on stage. They're veteran actors, and I couldn't. They couldn't get a better class, really.
Oh.
That's true, because they carry the show. I mean, it's about them, and they really set the pace, and it's so professionally done, and and these two are over here, and it's great. I love the play, and I can't wait to see it again.
Well, thank you. I'm so glad that people are responding to it the way they are. I'm telling you, when we go into these projects, you never know. And you have so many naysayers who say, oh, you don't want to repeat the same play over again. People have already seen it. Everybody has seen it. They don't want to see it again.
That is not true, because
It's so not true.
when I found out it was back, I was excited because there were people who hadn't seen it that I want to have see it. you
Right,
know?
right.
So yeah, I was excited about that, and I thought, wait a minute, let me see, how many of my girlfriends I can get together all at one time,
Right.
and just go for it, because it's going to be a great night out. So I can't wait.
Yeah, great night out.
And that's the
Thank
whole thing.
you.
We try to make it a really good experience at the theater as well.
And then we have food. We have a reception during intermission.
You guys
So
it's a little party
It's
for
a
real.
party.
It's
It's
a
a
party.
party. It's a
play
good time.
breaks out.
It really
exactly.
is.
It's a party and a play breaks
And
out,
we
you know.
do get a lot of feedback. We get a lot of comments back, very positive comments, and people are very happy. And they love the location, the
Yes.
theater. They love the experience that they had. They feel like it is. It's kind of like they came in and they had a little party.
Right.
Exactly. And Alex, how did you describe it? It was a party.
Party and a play broke out.
A party and a play broke out. That's true.
That's what happens. Yeah.
A party and a
That's
play
right.
broke out.
And that is really the experience that, I mean, so many times, and I'm not trying to put down anything, because I'm so glad that there are venues out there that give us an opportunity to perform. But our whole goal was three things: our stories, our voices, in our community. That was
Yes.
our three
Right.
main goals. And what we wanted to do was, when you came to the theater, we wanted you, if you plopped down $25, $30 to come to see our work, I wanted you to leave the theater going, man, I had a good time.
I had a
Yes.
I had a good time. A man could take his lady,
Exactly.
even if she drags him to the thing. and
Once he
can say,
gets there, he'll love it.
He loves it.
He loves
right.
it.
And
Right.
that's what we're trying. That's the whole emphasis of the
That's
whole
very
spirit
true.
of
Exactly.
Sparkling City Entertainment. To be entertained. When you leave the theater, you go, man, man, I had a good time. I laughed so hard.
Exactly.
I drank some
That's
free
what we
cheap
get
wine.
back
It was
from
great.
everybody. That's what we get back, that they were thoroughly entertained.
And they're
the
coming back
ladies
again.
Come back,
Coming back again.
The ladies come out and meet the group, meet the
Yeah.
audience afterward, and people really dig that. I mean,
Yes.
very
It's
rare.
wonderful.
It's very
Take
personable.
pictures and
Yes, yeah. So it's a whole night. You leave there, you've had an entire evening, and it's a better value than Disneyland, man.
Exactly.
Definitely.
nothing against
definitely.
Disneyland, but
3D movies, it's better than that. You know.
Well, when I come back, I want to take pictures with everybody.
There you go.
that's right.
So
That's
I didn't have a
right.
chance to before. I was running out of there. I was in a
Okay.
hurry, but not next time. I want to take a picture with everybody.
Oh, we're gonna put you on the list, so you're gonna become an honorary sassy mama.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, yeah. You're on the list with Beverly Todd and Judy Pace and Loretta Devine and Jennifer Lewis.
I like that company.
They've all come and several times, and they love sassy mamas.
It is. It's a great time for all. So anyone who's looking for a wonderful night out, to be wooed by three sassy mamas and a wonderful play. And like Alex said, it's a party that breaks out into a play, you know, and they feed you and, I mean, let you take pictures with the, because you don't get to do that.
No, you
No.
don't. No, you don't. That's
The
whole-
actors don't come out
very
It's a
afterwards.
personal-
Don't do it.
it's a very personalized
It
experience.
is. It is a personalized experience, yes.
Very
Because
unique.
That's a credit to the
experience.
ladies that we're working with. I mean, they chose to do that. This wasn't something that we asked them to do. They voluntarily
well,
did that.
it's a wonderful added touch
Right.
because you don't see it a
At
lot.
all.
Right.
And sometimes folks say they're going to come out and they
They
don't.
don't. Right.
I've seen that too, going to see plays.
You know, and you know the guys. I have to say, the men in the show are terrific too. The men in the audience, when they watch this show, they start talking back to the stage.
Right.
Right, exactly.
You know, I mean, everybody can read. There's something for everybody to relate to. I don't care what age you are.
That's right.
Right.
We had one night. There was, I guess, I might say maybe, I'm guessing at the age range, they looked like they were probably college students or they had a blast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah,
yes.
they're on the front
Right.
row.
They had a blast.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about for us. We
And-
just-
And it's
Right.
cross-cultural.
It is.
It is. It's
cross-cultural.
cross-cultural. And
Those that African American cast is cross-cultural.
It is.
You know.
Definitely cross.
right, and the age range is from what, 15, 16 up to 90.
right.
So it's
Anybody
something for
who
everybody.
wants to laugh,
Right.
it's
right.
for them
Right.
and
Absolutely.
be entertained.
You're
Definitely.
either going to get a
Exactly.
flashback or have some great ideas.
That's right. That's right.
yeah.
That's true.
Harking back to old times. Yes.
I am enjoying you guys so much. This is so wonderful. Before it's over, I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank
And
you
taking
for
the
having
time
us.
out. It's just wonderful to have you here. I was so excited driving in. I was like, oh, I can't wait to get there.
I don't know if she could ever hear us, but we just want to give a big old shout out to our playwright, Celeste
Yes.
Bedford Walker from
Absolutely.
Houston, Texas.
Yes, she wrote a beautiful play.
She
She did.
Wow.
She's a fabulous
Wonderful.
playwright.
She
Wonderful.
is
Very
our
insightful.
girl.
Because it's definitely a play for the times. It really,
It really is.
Definitely a play for the times. And I'd like to find out again, I know everyone is wondering, let's say it again, where can they come and see the play at? And how can they get in contact?
Okay, well, we'll let Alex say
No.
that now. Oh, okay, well, I'd be more than happy to say it.
I know you will.
So if you want to see Sassy Mamas and have a rollicking, side-splitting good time, you will get tickets at brownpapertickets.com, and you just put in Sassy Mamas.
Sassy
When you get to
Mamas.
brownpapertickets.com, or for group rates, you can call 323-571-3232.
I love the way she says that.
Good.
That be my husband.
That be your husband.
18 years this weekend.
Anything else we need to know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you. 18 years
18
this
years
weekend?
this weekend, yeah.
Wow,
Congratulations. I didn't know that.
That's a big deal.
It's a really big
Thank
deal.
you.
Yes,
Wow.
no, it's been And listen, we started, we
Wow.
met in New York, and who'd have thought? 18 years later, here we
Yes.
are. It's
Yes,
been a
yes,
good
yes.
ride. It's been a
Wow.
good ride.
I
She's
don't
a
think I've
good
ever done anything that long.
18 years, right? That's called
This is
success.
a good one, right? Exactly. Exactly.
God is good.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been wonderful.
So your next adventure is going to be
Oh,
Well,
wow.
we want to make this a web series.
okay.
We want to take it to another level because it's people are demanding it. First of all,
Well, I'm
and
one of
it's-
those.
and, right, and the topic is like you said, it's timely.
It's timely.
And baby boomers right now are the major.
They are the sassy mamas.
They are the sassy
They are the
mamas.
sassy mamas. They are the majority of the population still, I believe.
That's
and
right.
so, and also that I believe they are the most underserved audience. And
Yes.
That's very
Definitely.
true.
Women.
there's a market for it, and that's why Sassy Mamas has been as successful as it has been the last couple of years because everybody wants to see it.
And also with the web series, we're also trying to put together a road tour of the show.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, as well as there's so many things, and people think, oh, you could just do all these things, you should do this, but it takes a lot of work.
Takes
and
planning.
Time.
and
money.
making sure you do work with the right people.
Right.
Everybody comes to you with
Yes.
their ideas, with a pitch, with an opportunity, and everybody it's not for you. And you know, God doesn't have everybody for you. He
Right,
picks the
right.
people that He wants you to work with. So you have to try the spirit. You have to make sure that these are people who have the interest of driving the art forward.
And I
Right.
like that you said that because that's something that's very important for my listeners. You know, some of them want to be producers or
Right.
actors or you know, and they want to get out there, and you know, fear cripples
Right.
them.
Right.
You know, so
Right.
if you have a passion for something, how do you speak to them and encourage them to pursue their dreams and goals? Because you guys have been very successful for a very long time, you know, and so you have, you know, sustainability. So
Right.
how do you encourage young people when they're just getting out there? What would you say to them?
What's that old saying? If you do what you love to do, you never work a day in your life. So if
That's
you really
right.
truly love what you do and know this is what you're called to do, and I'm not trying to get religious, but I am a man who knows from firsthand experience that the greatest agent is your heavenly agent. And if
Right.
you deal with that first, and if you go in it with that type of idea, and a guy told me once to stay in line.
Right.
Stay in line. Don't
Right.
get out of line. Just keep
You just
going
stay in
forward.
line.
Like that.
Your turn will come. Now,
Right.
once your turn comes, will you be prepared to go in the door when that turn comes? That's
Right.
our objective. That is our responsibility, to be ready when our turn in line comes. Not to give up and say, oh, I'm through. I can't do it. You can
Right.
do it. You just have to stay
Right.
in line
And if you
with
want
it.
something bad enough, if you feel that it's your passion, you don't stop. You just never stop.
That's right.
I've been at it for almost 30 years now, and there were times when, a long time ago, I thought maybe I want to go back home or I want to try something else, and I didn't stop. I kept plugging away, and the same for Elaine as an
Sure.
actor, and Eric
Same
with
thing
his
for the
music.
music.
Because the
musicians.
road is
All
never
musicians,
straight. You're always
you know.
going to have some obstacles
Right.
and problems, and you
But you
shouldn't
don't
allow
stop.
them to scare you away from the path. You just keep going, keep your head down, and keep going. Listening
Right.
to your heart, and just keep going.
Right. Because if you stop, you'll never get there.
You'll never get there.
You'll never get there. And I have friends that stopped the business a while ago, or went back to Arkansas, or went back to Texas, and I think about them and I say they're not doing it anymore. And we all had goals and plans to stay with it until the end. And I'm just glad I stuck with it, because right now I'm doing what I absolutely love to do, and I'm enjoying it.
And you're successful at it. That's the thing. Like you said, if you continue down the path of your passion, you
Right.
will be successful, because like Alex said, it's not like going to work. It's like,
right.
it's your passion.
Exactly.
You know, so the hard work, staying up till 4 o'clock in the morning, from 12 o'clock one day till 4 o'clock the next morning,
Right.
That's
is
just part
what
of it.
happens.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. When especially when you're enjoying what you're doing. Most people go to
Exactly.
work every day. They punch that clock.
Right.
You know, they're not going to stay till from one day
No.
to the next.
I mean,
and-
especially the arts.
and-
You really
oh,
have
yeah,
to put your heart
absolutely.
and your soul and your time into
And be patient.
developing your art. Exactly.
And be patient.
And you
know that your time
budget
will
your
come.
money.
Well, and that comes to my part of it, right?
Exactly.
You know, anything you want to do, you have to prepare yourself for.
You prepare.
Budgeting is a huge part of that. And one of the reasons I wanted to have you on, aside from loving the play and thinking that this is just awesome and how talented you all are individually and collectively, but also from a financial aspect, you know,
Right.
when you want to set out to do these things, you have to pace yourself because
Right.
it takes money. You know, so, you know, and it takes time and money and dedication. So, but anything you want takes that.
Right, and for producing, we have to have a spreadsheet, and we have to have a budget.
Right.
That if we don't stick to that budget, then we could be in trouble. But we try to just stay as close to the budget that we saw we would need to have. And stick with that so that we can stay on course and have what we need to have and provide for the actors and the set and the lighting.
That's where
And
Vanessa comes in because, you know,
with that stick to that budget.
Stick to the budget.
They want it, let's do it. Let's just
So
do it.
I know
Ain't got
in
no money.
your financial bunch, you know, listening, that budget is very, very important to producing this particular type of show or any show really.
Any show, right? And then too, and you know, a team. You know, you are a
Right.
team, and you know where one person's strength is another person's challenge, another person's challenge is someone
Exactly.
else's strengths. You know, you can do it all if you have the right partnership.
Exactly.
And I love what Alex said when he said, you know, work together. You know, blend your resources. He knows, you know, what his strengths are. You know what your
Right.
strengths are, and it's a blend.
Right.
It's a blend.
Exactly.
It's like having a good cast in a show.
That's
Everybody
right.
plays to their strength.
To their
And,
strength.
And speaking financially, and I'll let Elaine and Eric speak on this because the hustle as an actor in this town takes a lot of financial planning and understanding what your limits are because we're not all making Entertainment Tonight dollars.
That's right.
No, not at all. I mean, and that's one thing you learn when you after you get
Right.
here, because you
Right.
think you're gonna come here and immediately you're gonna like make a big splash. And for some actors that does happen, but
Right.
for most of us, no, you have to jump into class. You know, have to
Exactly.
maybe do some small theater. Hopefully that those opportunities will
Right.
continue, and you have to find other ways to become a better actor, so that when your agent calls you in for an audition, you can take advantage of that audition by doing your
You're ready.
best work
Work.
possible.
Absolutely.
You have to take those classes. You have to keep doing your work. You have to act. Keep acting
Right.
wherever you can.
Right.
Little workshops, little classes, little shows, whatever it takes, you just keep doing it.
To
Don't think
fine-tune
you're
the
going to be
art.
a huge success overnight.
Overnight.
You have to take those small steps first.
I like that.
Right.
Build
Great
that foundation.
advice. From those who are successful in their field, these are the nuggets that you're looking for. So the people in the audience who are looking into becoming an actor or producer or screenwriter or a composer, you have to take the steps to get there. You know, you can't just, don't think it's going to happen overnight, because it just might not. It might take, you know, that continuing to try. Continuing to try. And what you were going to say?
Oh, no, I was just going to say there's always something else to learn. So you never stop this steady process.
Exactly.
Like Elaine was saying, you know, get into class, but you also have to learn to be a good accountant.
Right.
And budget.
That's right.
Because we're going sometimes from paycheck to paycheck, in a sense, from job to job. Once you finish one job, it's over.
Right.
And
You
then
have to make that
you're waiting
money
for
stretch.
that next one, you have to make it stretch.
That's right.
Even if it's a large lump sum,
That's right.
you know, you still has to stretch. You don't know if that's going to continue.
Right.
Unless you know, a situation comes up like you wind up with a Tonight Show, you wind up with consecutive films back to back.
Series or
A
something.
series or something like that.
But
you know?
even
And
with
even
that,
then,
you still have to budget, and you
Right,
still
budget.
have to be disciplined.
and don't live above
And
your
don't
means.
live
and
above
think-
your means.
think,
Exactly.
Okay, now I got the money. Let me go out and buy you know, this $500,000 home.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the show gets canceled,
Right.
and you're stuck with, you know, trying to make a mortgage that you know you don't have the
can't.
income for.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and it hurts my heart every time I hear about an entertainer who, of course, they wind up in the news. You know, this person had to file bankruptcy, or this person is, you know, not doing well, and then people criticize. You know, they had so much money, you know. But whether you have a little or a lot, budgeting is everything.
You have to budget.
Yes.
You have to budget.
And
Everyone
live
lives on a
within your
budget
means.
and within your means. John Travolta said he lived on a budget. He bought a plane, and he said it had to be within his budget. So everyone has different economic levels of budgeting. So don't
Right.
think when you get to where this audience is, this group is, that, you know, they don't budget also. They do.
Right.
That's why I married an actor.
Yes.
Because she understands the feast
The
and
feast-
famine.
that's
of the,
right,
Of the
exactly.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first thing we did when we first started, we moved out here and we started making money. We bought our house. Is that we converted our house into a situation that would also provide us with some income, because
Right.
we understand this is such a fluid profession that we're in.
profession.
Right.
You know, and that's why I said again, I married an actress, because they understand those days when
Right.
Right.
baby didn't get that job. You know, you only got, like Eric said, that one check, and that check has to stretch. And she understands
Yes.
that baby ain't bringing that money home every week like that, and she knows how to make that dollar scream.
That's
when you have
right.
to. And then not lose our quality of life.
Right.
That's the
Yeah,
other good
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You know, it can be done, and like Elaine said, you have to be dedicated to the craft, not
And
just to the
Right.
craft, but to the business of the craft.
Right.
That's
Right.
a part of it too. That's a big essential part of it. It's fun to do it. It's great to do it. But baby, if you broke and ain't got nothing, then ain't got nothing.
And that's fun.
And I think I've been very good at stretching a dollar. I think I can live for a week off of a dollar, because I think it's because of where I came from. I was raised in a family of 14
Right. Wow.
sisters and brothers. So, oh yeah, I know how to make things stretch.
Exactly. Well, this is the cast, producers, and the composer for Sassy Mamas, Sparkling City Entertainment. And we want to hear one more time, where can we get those tickets so we can come and see the play before it's over? We only have a couple of weeks. I'm getting anxious. I got to get my tickets when we get off this show.
Okay, guys, you can get tickets for Sassy Mamas at if you want to go on the website, you can go to brownpapertickets.com and you look for Sassy Mamas, or you can buy tickets. So you're making me mess up here. You can, if you're looking for group rates, you can call 323-571-3232, and there's a discount for group rates of 10 or more in your group. If you have 10 or more in your group, you do get a discount.
That's great.
So
Yeah,
that's a good incentive.
Yes, it is.
Brownpapertickets.com. Sassy Mamas.
Wow, you're having lunch with the Finance Bunch. This is Miss Charlene, and I have Sassy Mamas, the play, in the house, and I'm excited about this. I can't wait to get back over there and see that play again. I'm rounding my friends up. If they don't hurry up, I'm going to have to come more than once, because I'm going to come by myself first.
Bring 'em.
And it's right here in Midtown,
Right
right here
here.
on Pico Boulevard, just one block west of La Brea.
Theater, right?
Theater. 5041 Pico Boulevard.
Ooh.
LA 90019.
And you have shows Friday night?
Fridays and Saturdays at 8 o'clock and 8 o'clock at night, and Sundays at 2 p.m. matinee.
Sundays at 2 p.m. matinee.
And
So
we
when
have a good time. We have food and drinks and everything. We provide everything for you. So come on out and have a good time.
And I
It's a
just
great
like to
experience.
add to those of you out there listening, this isn't a nightclub situation. So if the show says it's 8 o'clock, you don't show up at 8:30. You get there at 7:30 or
Yes.
even 7:15, so
That's
you can get
right.
yourself a good seat.
I'm so
Right.
glad you said that, because you're right. You know, for the novice who haven't been to a play, the show starts at 8.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, so, and they don't want you come dipping in. You can't get in dipping in at 8:15, 8:30, talking about, excuse me, can I get by and get a seat?
I got a ticket. I got a ticket. Yeah,
No,
but
you
you're
don't have to
45
wait.
minutes
Right.
late. You know.
Right. And then you do need some, it's all street parking. There's some parking lot parking, but it's very limited, but it's street parking. So give yourself a little time to park your car, get in,
Yes.
take your time, get your drink and get your snacks and all that. Because we let you bring your snacks and your drink inside the theater so you can enjoy it and have a good time.
Exactly. Wow. I am happy to be here with Sassy Mamas, the play. And Vanessa, it's wonderful to see you as
Thank you.
always.
Thank
Alex,
you.
it's great to see
see
you.
you, Charlotte.
And my two
Yes.
new friends. I can't wait
Absolutely.
to come and
Oh,
see,
great
check
to
out
see
the
you,
play
Michi.
again. It
Looking
is
forward to
wonderful.
seeing you.
Yes. You're listening to Lunch with the Finance Bunch. I'm Miss Charlene, and we have in-house Sassy Mamas. And the lesson that we learned today is budgeting is a part of everything, right?
Yes.
You need to have a budget and to be transparent. You know,
Exactly.
be transparent and make sure that if you've chosen this life as your passion, to continue it, continue working on it, because every day is a new day and a new opportunity. So continue on your strive to be the best at this craft. And I applaud you guys. You're all successful. So we know there's success
Thank you.
at the end of this rainbow, because here you are successful and have been for a very long time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, studio.
Sassy
Yes.
Mama.
And we're looking forward to seeing all of you.
Absolutely.
Sassy Mamas. Yes.
Absolutely. So thank you again for coming in. I appreciate it.
Oh, and I do want to say, you know what? We didn't mention at all. Go to Facebook and see all the pictures and all the videos of Sassy
Okay.
Mamas. We got a lot of exciting things on Facebook. So you just go to Facebook.com, Sassy Mamas.
Perfect. Vanessa Paul, thank you. Alex Morris, thank you so much.
Yes.
Eric Butler, thank you for coming
Thank you.
in. And Miss Elaine Taylor, I love you. Mary is my favorite. So thank you. I'm so glad you're here.
Yes.
It's been wonderful.
Thank you guys. It was a wonderful show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Charlene.
Lunch with the Finance Bunch.
Lunch with the
Next
Finance
Friday.
Bunch. Woohoo!
Sassy Mama.
That's it.